Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Get that out of here.
Ooh, let's try this again. Listen, hey everybody, it is your boy Matty-Rants. Trying to put this girl up is not really working because I don't have a real haircut going on right now and all that jazz. I need to give myself a haircut so bad, but I have been under the weather for the majority of this week, and I am in the, I guess, high point of the recovery, if you will, which basically means I'm just finishing off the antibiotics because I don't have fever no more, nobody aches no more, shiver on the fevers, none of it. And if you can hear through my, esophagus, my throat, it's we're back. But I also still do not plan on, jumping into the nearest puddle and trying to figure out if the immune system is of all kinds of nope. I am actually very thankful that this recovery was quicker than I expected, but the first couple of days for me were extremely hard, very hard after being in the hospital. I do want to say thank you to everybody that wished me well wishes and was praying for me. There was unfortunately some people who took an opportunity to take a shot at me while I was at my lowest. Discussed that yesterday, but not to give it too much time today. But going forward and moving on, because I do realize that over the years I have created this space that is the Rant Pack. And we come here to talk about our favorite TV shows. We come here to talk about other stuff too, and hot topics. We're here for the rant, the raves, the reviews, the beginning of how this really started. And I plan on keeping this a safe space for you, my online family. So, going forward, there will be times of just simply subscribers only, or there will be moments of people being, ejected from the audience because I don't want to see people fighting over nothing. I don't want to see arguments that shouldn't exist, as well as judgments that have nothing to do with what is actually going on that we're talking about here. So regardless of how you feel about me, wherever you're at in your life, I wish nothing for anyone that is on that kind of level. I just don't. Nothing at all. Because, to come for me in a moment like that, I would think that would be to anyone. I would never. And that's just not a way to live, right? So thank you for those who gave a tuck, but also to those of you who stuck around, because I was not able to get to the panel that Sunday. And of course, shout out to all the panel members, because they were checking on me constantly. That's Jamar, Dooley, Blake, NC Diggy, and Gabby. And I was really appreciative of them, but also my friends out here in Houston and my own family. And I think that this episode in particular touched my spirit a lot because my dad was the one that took me to the hospital. And, when you think about Lexi and her mom, and there was some people who had weird takes on social media, about like Lexi's mom's got some explaining to do. I was like, who are you? What? Who are you? Do you know that everyone's relationship with their family member is not roses? And that a lot of times there is a road to forgiveness, and there's a road to understanding, and not everybody's going to get it. And there are a lot of us who grew up in later times. I'm an 80s baby, a millennial. But my father was born in 1948. Okay. And that's a completely different energy or atmosphere of some people. You understand what I'm saying? And when it came to a lot, and I'm not going to make this about me a lot, I will because it's my flipping show. But I related to this episode. I sobbed a lot listening to everyone's story. When we get to Anya's dad, boy, let me tell you something. I was like, y'all are not getting the levels of this Jules father, a Latino family, from a macho background perspective that happens in that culture. When you get into the African American household, baby, there were levels to all of this. Sam's mom living in the South, in Alabama. My family is from Huntsville and Birmingham. To take, y'all not here, and then to get perspective on Susie, I was in tears this episode. This is the one they have to put in for the Emmy nomination. Now, I'm afraid the gimmick of whatever little Duncan tank, nope. This is the one. This is the one you submit. I also want to think that the Drag Race producers kept hearing me when I said, "Hey, Marie, one thing," because you can go back to every video where we talked about a lip sync song. I believe that is the song I kept suggesting. Also, for those of you who know about Piece of Cake, that is my drag persona. The performance that I was going to do at Precinct, which ended up being America Has a Problem by Beyonce, Amory One Thing was on my list, and I told y'all that. And I was preparing to do that song at Precinct. Oh, this episode was a lot for me. You don't understand. This may be my favorite episode of the season. Kinda is. And you know how I feel about makeover shows too. I'm always like, oh, this is too much. It's so trauma-filled for me. Da 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 da. Something about this one, it brought me in. I didn't feel like I was watching the show and it was forcefully trying to make me feel the ways, or it's this, that, and the other, or it's this is no. Something was special. I don't know, man. Something was special about this one because I was like, yo, I am very affected by everybody's stories and by everybody's family dynamic. And this is a lot to take in. And we get context to Lexi having this sort of like, Susie is the one. Oh, y'all are not hearing me? I was like, this is deep. Lexi talking about Susie's the person I could have been if I didn't get on drugs. And I see it. And then there's Susie, who then sees everybody else and their dynamic with their parents about their drag and the support, and envies it a little bit because there's a disconnect. And it's not the thing. Bitch, this was heavy. I was watching this like, oh my God. Oh my God. This is the episode. This is the one. And the best lip sync of the season. Yep. I said, okay. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people left, please. I was like, okay, episode 13 in this thing. We're normally bored by now. No shade. Carmen Arms. We're normally bored by now. Not today, Satan. Not today. I'm so happy I got to have almost this church extended start to this episode, because this is where we're going today. And because I'm back to feeling good again, you're going to get the best of me. Swear words. I'm going to also try to not swear so much in my videos. I do realize that while I am a grown man, I also realize some of my audience is not really here for all the damnation, if you will, that comes out of my mouth, because they may be in homes that are offering of parental experience, as well as maybe that's just not the jish in the field. And I also understand that I was raised better and I have an education, so we're going to try to be a little bit better with that, because I was watching some of my videos while I was a little sick, and I was like, girl, will you say that? Why are you saying all that? You got to do all that. I don't got to do all that. So we're gonna try. If I do feel a little damn come out of me, so damn be it. See, that's the two right there. I gave you two, but like that's what we're gonna do. Um, so let's go ahead and get my links out the way, and I'm gonna give you a little good news I got today too, which was such a blessing. And it lets me know that I'm on the right path right now in my life. Thank you, God. So if you want to find me in any other social media space or place, there are Linktree links that are available in my About section on YouTube. And I did do a reaction to this episode on my Patreon, which you can subscribe to for as low as $1. I'm going to recommend, because there's this weird thing with the iOS app with Patreon where they decide to hold your money that you're trying to pay to see my stuff for 75 days. So if you want to subscribe to my Patreon, please use your web browser on your smart devices, which would be Safari or like Chrome, and then do it that way. Then download the Patreon app and you can watch the videos that way. Hate to tell you to do it that way, but like this new thing that the companies are doing, trying to get money off of the content creators, I'm not feeling it, and I know the way around it. So I'm like, okay, just do it via the web. So if you're a part of my Patreon and you just saw that message, like, what? You can do that, because some people had to do it too. Because again, use the app, but don't do it through the Apple Store, because there's some nonsense there. Boo. Merch available at dragqueenmerch.com. Also bookable on Cameo. Affiliate partner with Paramount Plus. Get a free week on me. Everything's in the About section. Appreciate you so much for being here today. I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Do Not Disturb. Whew. Okay, we got some super chats already up in this piece. Thank you so very much. Show Magic. Show Magic? Show Magic. So real quick, I did go to the Sailor Moon live show, and Ray was everything, by the way. Hi, Maddie. Happy Saturday. Wishing you well. I loved your heartfelt reaction on Patreon earlier. Oh, Lord, y'all, I was sobbing. Thank you for the vulnerability. My page. Okay, so the reaction on Patreon is very personal. I do tell some stories about my mom and my dad, specifically because I was moved by a lot that I saw in the stories that everybody was telling. So if you do want to get a little piece of me, yes, I do talk a lot through that one, but it's more so through the commercial breaks, which I normally like edit out. And instead I was like, no, during the commercial breaks, I go into full story mode. And being like, these were these moments where, you know, I can see the parents being so proud of their children and how much that really does like really uplift a child's like life, and just it's so much to take in, and sometimes we forget those moments or we don't have them, and it's a blessing. We're not going to get emotional too quick, but thank you so much for the super chat. Crash, thank you so much for the super chat. Justice for Nunya Business. I wish they went by the first name, to be honest with you. I wish my father was like Andre. What an excellent episode, and I know that lip sync gave you your whole life. Drag Race doing their big one. All my love to you. All my love to you as well, Crash. I still would have ate both them hoes up, but yes, that lip sync did give me my life. Thank you so very much. Niatel Phoenix, thank you so much for the super chat. This episode got me, although my mom has been pretty accepting of my identity since coming out as NB, but she struggled with my pronouns, and all I care about is she's trying. And I know you could feel that with Lexi's mom too during the episode, when there were times that they said he and quickly adjusted to she, because again, it's for some, it's hard. Like, you know, one thing your whole life, and now things need to change. And when you're older too, it's a bit difficult to process. I'm learning that and accepting it as something. But when you see them trying, that giving them that encouragement, that makes the release is almost like a chemical in their brain to go, okay, I definitely need to stop messing that up. We can't be this is what my baby wants. Thank you again for the super chat, Niatel. I recently came out as queer to my grandma, who was born in 44, and she accepted me, and she said nothing changes, and that is a blessing, and I love to hear that, Niatel. That's amazing. Let's see here. making sure I got everything together. Okay, listen, I got my super chats in early today now, y'all. I didn't mess that up, hey? We need to get the disclaimer out, though, because, of course, some people take things a little too personal. This program is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. And all opinions expressed by Matty-Rants and program participants are solely personal views and do not affect the opinions that are hearing on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please don't be rude. Grab your libations and strap in. I'm a little bit of a talker. You may be here for a while, so please don't post any spoilers in the chat. If you feel uncomfortable viewing this program, consume some Activia and have yourself a good old nasty poot. And if you wanted to drop any sort of love in my jar over the course of what is probably going to be a 2-hour plus video today, please and thank you. Sorry, my stomach has been flipping a little bit. It's a little bit of the medication, but also because of some of the food I had earlier today. So give me a second. Where was I at? PayPal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App $Matt924, or if you still have the old $1 Matty-Rants, it's fine. And Venmo, Matty-Rants, everything is super appreciated, but it's not necessary for participation today. What is necessary is you hitting that thumbs up button, and of course, leaving a comment at the end of this video telling me your thoughts on this episode and your highs, lows, if any, and what you hope happens going forward. I got really good news before we get into the episode this morning, and I've been thanking God all morning because I was so scared. Because I have been trying to get my credit up. I have been trying to get things better in my life. I am so on the roll for change right now, and it's been feeling good physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, right? And so this morning I get literally a letter from the hospital, and they tell me I don't owe a dollar. I don't owe a dollar. Not one penny. What? Huh? Like here your name, your account, all of that. We have decided you do not need to pay for your last visit. As a matter of fact, for the entire year, if you need to use us, here is a link so that you can just come and use our services in general. But we've decided that this bill is non-existent. You're okay. I didn't sign up for anything. It was literally, Matty, walk in, your social security number, all that kind of stuff when you're in the hospital, all that kind of jazz. I was there for 5+ hours, 103.8 fever. Mm. Mm. Yeah, that's how I feel. No, I didn't go in with any insurance. That. They just said it's okay. It's cool. Like for real. Like it's literally in a letter. Nothing. Nothing owed. Nothing. It let me know that when I walked in and I came in with an attitude that wasn't hurry up and help. It was, I'm here just like everybody else, and I just want to get better. And every time they talk to me, I am just simply myself. I say jokes. I say corny stuff all the time. Some people think I'm funny. Some people think I'm annoying, whatever. It's just me being me. But every person who I had an interaction with, there was a laugh. There was camaraderie. There was some sort of something happening there with all the nurses that I work with, etc., and going forth. And when I left, somebody even said to me, we're going to miss you because you just brought so much. You just made us all laugh up in here today. That's what I did. And for the last week, every time I've gone somewhere, I've had an interaction with someone like that, like at the Sailor Moon live show. And the girl who was sitting next to me, who was also a Sailor V fan, she goes, I got so lucky getting to sit next to you because your commentary made the show that much better for me. I could have been the annoying guy sitting next to her. I wasn't. Blackberry was at the show. Messaged me online, was like, bitch, did you know I was at the show? I saw you, girl. I want to say hi. I just, you know, you were passing me by. I was like, friend. Darnell will tell you, we've gone places and I've literally shut the room up just because whatever was, when we got our passports. Speaking of which, I'm getting mine is coming Monday. Quickly. When we were in the passport office, had them hollering. That's what I do. That's all I want to do. So when somebody comes at me with some nonsense, I can't accept it anymore, man. I can't. You don't like me? Fine. But I don't have anything for you, baby, because I know my blessing and I know my power. And I'm going to keep on using it. This has been a really rough week, but I am so thankful to God right now that I get to still be here with y'all and have a good time and talk about Drag Race and do everything else like that. So forgive me if I'm giving you all of this, but this is me and this is the joy I want to continue to bring and always bring forever and ever, and just that. So thank you for choosing me today and whatever day it may be in your life. And I hope I bring you a little bit of joy whenever I get on this internet with you. Let's go ahead and start the show. And again, thank you for tuning in. So we lost Lana. We lost Lana. We lost Lana, and I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad. I liked Lana, and I know that it was a road. It was a road for our girl. You know what I'm saying? It was a road. Thank you, JMCO, for this very generous tip on Cash App. I appreciate you. And yeah, I'm going to get that GoPro so we can start our travel vlogs and get this other subsection of my YouTube channel that I just said I was planning on doing because I wanted to do more with this channel. I'm going to get it. Thank you. That was my sign right there. I thank you, JMCL. Thank you. I'm on it. I'm on it. We talked this morning. We did. Sorry, I have this episode is gonna make me cry a lot. Cause like me and my dad have come such a long way. And I get to see these people who I relate to on a level of being queer get to celebrate their drag on a show that we watch religiously, whether it's negatively or positively. And they get to share that joy with their parents. It's a beautiful thing. It's really a beautiful thing. And the beginning of this episode, they do a little mini challenge where, you know, it's the sort of guess who, and whoever has the majority gets the point. Anya wins. It's $25. Was it $1,000? She got money. But when Sam's mom is the first one to walk in, and she's like this, just whoo. I knew it. I was like, it's over. For me, I was like, oh, it's over. I started immediately sobbing. Because when it was like that was that walk, that was that babe, that was that walk, my baby. And you know, Sam literally just went through hell not 2 seconds ago, having to fight for their life for the first time, feeling their drag race career almost being over with because Lana is such a threat when it comes to lip syncing. They were feeling down, and your mom walks in, boy. Oh, Sam, I know it. I would have lost it. I would have lost it. that was some love right there. I felt all of it. It was real. Now Susie's mom steps in the door. I know this. I'm doing a show here, so I still got to throw some funny in here for everybody that was like, Susie ain't black. Well, now you know. Now you know. But Suzanne's mother walks into the room, and Susie just immediately cries and sees her. We're going to get into that relationship soon. And of course, she's very happy to see her mother. I was also happy for the realness of the conversation that we'll have later. Now, Anya is like, I wonder who it's going to be for me. I love this transition because it's like, I wonder who's coming for me. It's like, okay, well, there goes their moms. And like, I'm looking at Anya, like, right? And then it's RuPaul saying, your father. Like I'm talking about Anya, the way this hit me. Because I swear to God, if I was on the show and they said my dad, oh my God, bro, I pass out. I'd pass out. It's not just that your dad accepts you for who you are. They go on television and they do it. They go on television, let the world know. It's not just between the family. It's not just with the people in town. No. It's the world. It's a different view, especially coming from a place where I see nothing but shit on the internet shaming Black men for loving their queer children and running into this fantasy of Black masculinity being erased because of the saucy Santinas of the world and all that fucking bullshit. Excuse me for my swearing. Y'all not hearing me? This man been in prison too? I'm over here. I was gone. Gone. I said on my post online that I vicariously will be living through Anya through this episode, and I absolutely got my life, friend. So thank you. Thank you. Because, like, it took me and my dad a very long time to get where we are right now. And I hate that I'm so emotional about it, but I'm so emotional about it because it is the journey that we've been on. It was hard, man. And we're so good now. And we're so good. Told him I was sick. That man brought me 3 gallons of water, a whole pack of Ozarka. He didn't even get the cheap shit. He said, I'm gonna get you nice stuff. He said, I got some Zycam, Matt. That's how it's gonna work. Like, literally, he said, let's do everything we can so you don't go to the hospital. And then as we're going to the hospital, I'm checking on you when you do. He texted me literally as I was throughout it all. I don't have my mom anymore. All I got is my pop. And my mom was the bigger cheerleader for me in my life. And she was more supportive of me in my lifestyle, even though we had our own stuff in the beginning. But she was the one that protected me from my father because he did not accept me when I came out. My dad tried to take my life, and that's the truth. And then he kicked me out, and I was homeless, sleeping in my car with one of my good friends who also got kicked out. We had to go from like pillow to post, man. I had to do so much to get my life back together because of him. And even when we finally came together and we're good to go, it was not good. Everything was a judgment. He told my entire family. He outed me to everybody. People are calling me, praying over me, not even knowing who I am. It was tough. And I fought through all of that. And I stayed who I was through all of it, because when I grew up, I was forced to pretend to be somebody else I was not. I was made to have a girlfriend. I was made to do sports. I had to follow behind my brothers. I never got to have any decisions of my own, ever. And people saw a different side, and they always thought the grass was green. Oh, they have this, we have this. We had nothing. At one point, we were sitting there living in a $2.5 million house because my dad was such a good stockbroking man and all this bullshit. And then he got fucked over. And we were living in a hotel and made to lie going to school. I'm living in a hotel. I have nothing. We weren't even eating. And my mom had to go through all of that while my dad sat there and just did his own thing. We went through a lot. And I have forgiven my father for everything he has put me through, because that is not my journey anymore. It's not where I'm going, and it's not where I plan to be in my past. It has only made me stronger, and has only made me the man who I am today, and it has only made me be myself and truly accept who I am as a person. And my father can do nothing but respect me. And that's the absolute truth, regardless of what I'm doing right now. Whether it's something he has always wanted for me, he respects me. And he understands who I am. And he knows I ain't going nowhere, and I'm not changing. And I'm always going to be Matthew. So I encourage you, if you're watching me right now, who are dealing with something like having a struggle with your parent or your guardian or your sibling or your loved ones, you challenge them. You be yourself. You do not let them change who the fuck you are. You are who you are because, yes, that is how God made you, or whoever and whatever you think made you. You did that. They will come around if they really want to, but that is not your journey any longer to force them to do so. Because I told you what, I told my dad, if you want me in your life, you're going to have to love me and you're going to have to accept me, because ain't going nowhere and I'm not changing. It's the truth. And I have come on this computer many of times and have told you where me and my dad have been good and bad and good and bad and good and bad. I have a brother right now who is queer also, just like me. I'm not going to say his name, and he probably is watching this video right now, who's not having a good time with my father. He's younger. He's figuring it out. But I told him, you haven't got yourself together just yet. You haven't figured this out. When you do, that's when you come at him. That's when you come with that strength and that power. Get it in here. And it's going to take some time, because listen, we're a hard-headed ass family, okay? We like to fight and scream and argue. It's the truth. But you keep fucking fighting. You do it. You don't give up on you. And I'm talking about somebody who has many a time thought of just letting go. You keep going. Because trust me, there's always love. And if you don't get it, it was there. It was always there. I promise you that. So when I see Anya breaking down and I see them running through this and all of that, I receive it. Because as much as I've been through my pop, I'd be losing my shit if that man walked through the door. Because for him, this would be a lot to deal with in the world he's grown up in and how he's viewed as a man. To see Jules' dad run in the way he just did, pick up their son and carry them to the position, boy, get into it. Get into it. It is one thing for the mothers to be there, and I'm not negating that. It's the fathers. You're not in two different types of culture where masculinity is mad important. You're not here. You're not here. You're not here. It was heavy. All of it. All of it. I was out. I'm telling you, I was out this episode. I was just sobbing. Again, like I just talked about with my dad, with Lexi. Yes, and I didn't have an addiction issue, but the being kicked out, the you can't be this way. Oh yes, Lexi, I received it. Been there. Know that. I'm telling you. I love this show for these kind of moments. You nominate this, you put this episode for Emmy consideration. Please. Please. Please do. And they look just alike. I was like, oh, that's her mama for real. Like, them jeans are strong, baby. All of this. Rue knew what was up with this room. It is just a beautiful thing to witness. This episode just made me feel so good. Love Sam and their mom working together, and Sam's mom is so supportive, being also at the bar, with other drag queens and queer individuals who do not have that relationship with their mothers or that family member. And then they get it through Sam's mom, who is literally showing you what unconditional love is. And those kind of people that you meet that can share that with more than just one person. My mama was like that. That's why I like Sam's mom a lot. That's heavy. It's good. She gonna be, I'm a Christian, so I believe, mama, the keys to the kingdom are already open for you, sister. I just hope you ain't. I'm just playing. I just loved it. But Susie, I got so much context to who you are through your mother, baby, and that's not shade. That's not shade at all. That is. It gave me a lot. And it really, I was sad for Susie a little bit. I did cry. Only because when I think of how they talk about Susie being like, oh, she's so perfect. And like, she's so good at everything and this, that, and the other. Imagine someone who is like that and puts in the work and everyone can see it, and their parents aren't there to celebrate that, or they don't get it. It's not reciprocated the same way. It doesn't feel the same way. And of course, they have talked about alcohol being a problem previously through the episodes. That was not addressed here, which I respect Susie for doing. I think that their mom wouldn't have wanted that to even be the conversation, but I could tell there was pain. I like Susie a lot more after this episode, like a lot more, because they were already great on the show for me and I enjoyed other stuff. But I was like, woo, you don't even know how this episode added so many pages to your book that were missing for a lot of people. Because it was some like, oh, we got this, and then some pages missing. And then you do this, and then some pages like that. And then it's like, it's interesting. Maddie, is it a stereotype that Southern families are less supportive than others? No, that's not necessarily true, because I've been to homes before in the South where this one guy I know, he was super queer, super feminine. And his mom and dad lived and breathed for him. And we lived 3.5 miles away from each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just really depends on the family that is before them. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's also who the father and the mother are as individuals. Do they take certain stuff from the family and how they perceive them or not? You know what I'm saying? Because some of the tree doesn't care, but some of it really does. My family was very religious. You know what I'm saying? And we were based around the church on both my mother and my father's side. So like everything is rooted in Leviticus. Everything's rooted in all of that stuff. So like, the first conversation I had with my mom when I came out was when she called me out, and I was like 18 and I was a senior in high school. And she sat me down. She's like, look, I know you've been having the men come in your bed at night and come through the window. And I'm like, oh, clocked. But and she goes, so I feel like you're gay. And I just want you to know that I don't want you to be gay because I don't want you to go to hell, because that's what it says in the Bible. That's the first thing my mom says to me. Like, I'm like, what? I don't want you to go to hell because it says that in the Bible. But you want to know what she says right after that? But she goes, but God is about forgiveness and love. And if I am in heaven and I can't have you there, I just don't believe it, Matthew. Sitting right there at the table that she loves so much. And she said that to me. And it was the going to hell part. And it just hit me so hard. I was like, no. And she said that. And it pulled me back in. And we cried. And she hugged me. And she said, I love you. And I'll never stop loving you. She said, we can't tell your father because he's just not going to get it. He's so afraid, Matthew. She told me about, someone we lost in our family to AIDS and how it affected all of them. And that apparently also happened on my dad's side too. And it's where a lot of fear comes from. And they think so many bad things and they don't know. And I did have to pretend a lot of my life just to appease my family. But once I broke that curse of feeling like I had to do things for them, but I could do things for myself and I'll be all right without them, they weren't going to be all right without me. And so for the ones that want me, they don't need me. I don't need them. But the ones that need me, I need them too. And it was a lot. It was a lot. So yeah, I held that in as long as I could until my dad found all that stuff and then outed me, and then all that shit happens. So, for all that's worth, mom knew first and she knew about the guys I was dating. It was so funny because we went through all the people that came through the house that she knew. She was like, what about that one guy? And I was like, yeah, I dated him for like a month. Oh my God, Matthew, I did not like him. And then what about this one? I liked him. What happened to him? And then like there were like people at school that like she was gagged. She was like, he's gay. And I was like, mother. And we had our moments, and I loved it. I loved it so much. And then she'd hate to hear the stories. Like, don't tell me anymore. And then she's like, but why would he do this? And it's just a lot. Like I remember all of that vividly so much. And it's just, you never know. Like, and again, that's why I'm so glad me and my dad are good now, because I know my mom would be so happy that happened. Oh yeah, my mom used to always talk about like, I don't know how you go to the club, all that smoke, stuff like that. I just can't do that. Da, 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 and everything else like that. But then she's like, but like, what if you like rolled me something? Never did. Never gave my mom. Never did that. She always just talked that shit though. Oh my goodness, but I can't. Anywho, Anya's dad making up the jail name was so fucking funny. And it's like, okay, we definitely know where Anya gets her personality from, this, that, and the other. But we also understand that they had a lot of time that they missed while their dad was in jail. And so Anya getting this opportunity to do the show with their father on this big of a scale is so beautiful. Because like, all the time that you miss, now you got this forever in the bag. This is literally vaulted in history with television. Like, get into that. Roberta Banks was actually a perfect name and should have been the one that's used. It would have been a good story on the stage and all that stuff. I maybe saved it from the bottom, no shade. I don't think so, from outfits and that wig. But yeah, oh no, Nikki, I wouldn't want him here either, because this isn't one of those. This isn't that program. One, two, no, because like I'm sharing my story, but like he don't need to share it with y'all. Because that, again, my father's older and it's not the same. I also like to keep my family separated from this channel because of how people have come for me in the past and how dangerous it feels sometimes to even share little pieces of me with you, if it makes any sense. So yeah, I just wouldn't do it. Not the way people were talking to me just recently over a hospital post. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I like to have a little separation of church and state. Actually. But yes, I thought this was beautiful too. Listen, I'm sorry, Jules' dad. First of all, Jules in the tumor situation was a lot, and we heard the full story, and we were happy we got Jules still with us and them being able to get, their movement and their body back and everything. But then you find out that Jules lost their brother too, bitch. I was like, what? I don't receive any of that kind of, never would I have ever guessed in my life. And it was a car accident. And I remember when my cousin also was killed in a car accident, a semi truck flipped over on top of his car. Rest in peace, David. After leaving TCBY yogurt, TCBY ice cream, whatever spot, literally. Yep. We're leaving TCBY. A semi truck. Whoop. I'll never forget that phone call. Oh my God, my mom lost it. My mom lost it. And David was like one of the nicest cousins ever. He was so sweet to me. He was the only cousin that didn't make fun of me. So just hearing that with Jules, I said, baby, this is a lot to take in. This girl has been through it. And I don't receive that from Jules's energy and the way that they carry themselves. Mama, you are something special. I'm gonna tell you that. You leave those contact lenses alone. Okay, you don't wear your Jamar 84 eyes no more. All right, you let those contacts go. Tremosa, my sister, you look good with brown eyes. Brown-eyed girl, you are. You are brown-eyed, green-eyed girl. Not no blues. You leave those Jamar 84s out of your eyes, sweetie. Please don't do that. The Melinda Verga eye, let it go. Okay. Please. Michael, thank you so much for the tippy on PayPal for more Kleenex. Oh, with love from Norway. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am definitely gonna need Kleenex after this. My God in heaven. Woo. Goodness gracious. I love these people. This was a great episode for me. I just really was touched. Lexi and their mom, the pronouns, the road that they've been through. This was a lot to take in. And I love this for Lexi because this is like that positive portion. This is that, okay, we get to do something that doesn't have a fight, that doesn't have to come up with like the past and the trauma that we're facing, but something that is a memory we can actually share together forever. That is beautiful. And me dragging you up, and their mom just reminded me so much of a character on the Carol Burnett show for some reason. And I just love the fact that every time Lexi's mother said she or her, Lexi's reactions were just so genuine and just so like, oh my God, she's trying and she's putting in this effort. And, I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, Lex, this means like this doesn't happen often, or it's something that is still fresh for you with her that now it's really pulling itself together. Honey, I was just this episode was too much for me. I was just like, this is too much. And that's when we find out where Lexi sees Susie as somebody who she thought or actually was going to be. But she derailed from the theater that she always wanted to be in. And she ended up on drugs. And that's where her feelings about Susie come from. She sees herself in Susie. That was the other road. That was the one that she was going to go on, and she took that path. That was heavy. I thank you, Lexi, for sharing that, because I got emotional. It is the mirror. Just, hey, for those of you who watch us, no, I shouldn't do that because that's like a whole nother thing. But you know what I mean? It's like the tab, like, you know, who is you on the other side? You know what I mean? Like, who would you be if you went this way? Who would you be if you went that way? If you went to this other door that you really wanted to take, but you're like, no, I'm gonna go this way. Mm. I thought that was just, I don't know why that touched me, but I was like, this right here, the girls are having epiphanies, honey. The self-realizations. Oh my God, this is wild. And I love it. And I love the full growth in the story. I said, so y'all actually were cooking this season. Season 17 is cooking, everybody. I said, season 17 is on the grill. It's on the grill, mama. I said, all right. We have a show. Because that is literally, we have come full circle. Rue's walkthroughs were really great, honestly. You could tell Rue was getting emotional and loved each and every one of the parents. Now, when Rue looked at Susie's shit, it was like, you can have your mama looking like, what? All right, go off, girl. Anya, I was so mad when I saw them wigs. I just knew y'all were gonna be in trouble. I said, why is this color hair? Why? No. I can't. In front of Rue, Lexi's like, oh my God, she said she, and then she said he, and then quickly she, and I said, all right, hey, me, I'm glad you're out the hospital, Buki. I'm giving you a big hug because I know how that feels, baby, because it was that part. Yeah, not the green highlighter on that skin. I was like, not that tone, not for Dad. Dad needed a different color. I don't know. They do give Laverne and Shirley gutter snipe. They do. High key. Anya's dad getting the beard shave. You know, that is commitment. Lexi's mom getting the tape in the face. Tape in the face. I'm keeping that. You know, the comments people are making on Lexi's mom and low-key rubbing me the wrong way, like we don't have a place in their relationship. You know what, shucks, let's take a moment for that. I believe 2 minutes I can do. Maybe I can wrap it up. You know, as I just had my full story that I sort of gave to y'all. I mean, not the full story because baby, but definitely a Cliff Note version of it. It was to be expected from people who do not actually have an understanding of the reality of the world around them, but what they perceive to be and should be the answer for everything. Do you understand what I'm saying? I am not saying they're unintelligent. I'm not saying that they're not emotionally equipped, but I am saying that they are not aware of their surroundings as much as they think that they are and what the world actually looks and sounds like. Because how their relationship went down is none of our fucking business at all. But it is an example and a perspective of a different type of relationship that does come with something like forgiveness, understanding, to be able to work on a relationship to then become the best relationship. Not everyone can put a Band-Aid on and walk the next day. Some people have to go to physical therapy and actually learn to walk again. And it takes time. The blessing is forgiveness. Or if you don't believe in blessings, the best part about this is forgiveness. That came with time, because it's not just that Lexi had to forgive their mother for what they did to them, because that I'm sure was a lot for Lexi to do, but also Lexi wanted the love of their mother because that's what they appreciated the most. The thing is that their mother had to forgive themselves for not being the mother that they wish they could have been to the son that they thought they had, and accept that the daughter that they always had was right in front of them. Do you understand me? No, I'm going to be real. No parent is really thinking, I hope my child comes out to be a whole sissy. Let's be very fucking clear. Let's be very clear about that. Because you want to know what that comes with? That comes with people trolling you, people attacking you, people berating you, people lying to you, people trying to block your blessings and opportunities. No, Adderall, listen to me right now. You're missing my point just by you saying that. Let's be very honest. And I'm getting emotional about this because you've missed the point just by you saying that. Because I'm not done. They don't want you to be gay coming out of it. They really don't. But when they find out you are, there are ones who can accept it immediately because they've been preparing for it. There are ones who accept it because they don't know any other way but to love. But there are others who are conditioned because of the social, I can't even look at my chat right now, the social standings around them, in the way that the world works and and they just feel it and they assume, one more again, assume it's wrong. And they do not know how to handle it. And they come at it in all kinds of the wrong ways, whether it's disowning a child, whether it's being somewhat of, I can't say the word because this is YouTube, but you know where I'm going with this, of some sort of physical connotations and all that kind of stuff. But like, it's a lot. And so I don't take any parent for being like, I didn't want my baby to be gay or trans or this, that, and the other. I don't take that from them. But what I really hope that they do is understand that that's your baby. That is your child. And in the Bible, regardless of what it says, because there's a whole lot of contradictions in there, it says, love your children. It really does. And that, I think, should come first before anything else. And wanting to see them do the very best and have the very best. But it really do take a lot of nerve. It do. It takes a lot. So there's multiple levels to this. Social standings in the background, how people are going to perceive them, what they may end up facing, the people who may target them. There are levels to that. And so if you're a parent, I would be nervous if my baby came out gay. I would support my child down, but like, I would be like, they probably going to have some, it may be 20 something thousand, whatever. And things got better, but there's going to be something that happens where they're going to have to deal with something. They're going to have to deal with it. And it's going to be my job as a parent to make sure they feel protected. And when they come home, that child feels good. I didn't have that. Not growing up. I went to school, got called a slur. I came home, got called a slur. It took time for that to change and for things to be different. But you want to know what? Oh, I'm so happy I kept on telling myself, Maddie, you're gonna get out of here. You're gonna graduate. You'll be an adult. You don't even know. Like there were days I was like, I can't do this no more. They just keep on talking about me. They keep on trying to egg me to fight. I can't fight nobody else no more today. I can't come home and then fight my brother, calling me all kinds of names, this, that, and the other. Like I can't do this today. I can't do it. And I would just tell myself, you're gonna get out of here. You're about to be 18. You're gonna be an adult. You can just do what you want to do. Just hold on. Like the conversations I'd have as a kid growing up, man, like you'd have to talk yourself to go to school. Like that's crazy to talk yourself to go into school because you know what's about to happen, because you know what class it's about to be the most. You know what's going to happen, even if you're doing a sport, like all that kind of stuff. You had to make, girl. Especially if you weren't someone who could not be clocked. I got clocked. Even though I was like, no, I'm not. I used to get clocked. And this is like, what am I going to do? Like, Susie's story. I love me. I love me some Suze. I really do. I really do love Susie. But this did break my heart when she can see the room and hear the stories of the pride, like of them coming to shows and this, that. It's their mom saying, well, I may go to like a show every now and then, like, you know, I think we've gone to like 3 or 4. And then the other mom, like, I go every weekend. And it's Sam's mom then sort of explaining how the people around them feel, seeing someone like Sam's mother being a supportive individual to them and also showcasing that and almost giving Susie's mom motivation to go to Susie's shows more. Oh, that was heavy. That was heavy, girl. I was like, this is a lot to take in right now. And that Susie, and it made me feel like Susie's the kid that comes home with the awards and it's all right. And it really wasn't celebrated as much. And I may be wrong, but it felt a little bit like there was a lot that their parents didn't get to experience of Susie's talent. That was heavy. Love you, Suze. You know, no woe is me. I'm not trying to do that to her, but it just, as someone who, again, what is it? There's 10 of us. I have 7 brothers and 2 sisters. I was raised in a competitive family, and if you weren't doing a sport, you weren't being talked about. So like the fact that for me, I was running behind my brother my entire life. We even moved schools because of him. I had no choice in the matter. I had to give up all my friends and stuff. Oh, I felt a lot of those stories when it was like, you know, when Jules' dad was like, we moved for Jules to support them. I didn't have that. They moved for my brother because they were trying to make him a football star. And I had to go wherever he went. I got all of his old clothes. Nothing was mine. And then I got varsity track freshman year, and that all changed. That changed, and then my dad was talking the fuck about me, okay? Matthew, varsity track freshman year? Yeah, baby, 110 300s. What's up? Freshman? Oh, my brother couldn't compete with that. He couldn't compete with it because he didn't get his varsity jacket till, junior year. Ooh. His varsity jacket came from football. Mine came from track. Scoop. Scoop. Oh, yes. Oh, I was big puss right then and there because, you know, I'm already giving a little bit of this and I got the jacket. And I did live for that praise from my dad. And I hated that I lived for it, but it made me feel good. Like that my pop was proud of me for doing something. And I used to burn it up on the track and would end my runs like that, hands a little pressed on purpose. Because I had people calling me names when I was in the blocks. Then I also had the DL trade trying it like right after the race because you got to go into the second round and the finals and shit. So like, but it is what it is. Like you as a kid did want your parents to give you the praise because it made you feel good. You don't want them yelling at you. You wanted them to feel good. My mama always knew she was there, but when my dad would show up, please. I was the happiest because I was like, he finally showed up to something and he's cheering me on. And it's something I wanted to do, not something he wanted me to do. Because I love track. I hated football. Hated football. But I love track. I felt I could just be me and just run. It's me. It's a team, but like you're doing an individual event. You know what I mean? And I was good at that. Nobody else in my family could do hurdles. So it's like, get into it. So yeah, I was God, I love track. I loved it so much. Whew. Okay, but yes, go ahead, Susie. All right, let's get into the judges. Nope, we're not there yet. I'm sorry, Jules' dad sitting over here while Jules gets ready was just so funny to me. In full beat with them. Oh God, it was great. Listen, Rue, I got to tell you something. This was fire. This was fire, sweet pea. That 1, 2, 3 step. I'm telling you, Jazzy. Woo. I'm telling you, this look was great. Fabulous, if you will. Listen, I've been talking for an hour. We've gotten so emotional here. Let's all shake a little bit. Okay, we'll get a little wiggle up in here. Let's get a little wiggle up in here. It's been nothing but emotions up in here. Play with my emotions. I don't know why I need to do that little tone for it. But thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. I appreciate you for being here today. If you did want to drop a little bit of love, it does go a long, long way with PayPal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App, $Matt924, or Venmo Rants. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here today. Y'all are blossom, beloved, awesome people. Blossom. I can't. No, I like Rue's outfit. It gives me exactly what I need and what I want. But yes, I loved it. I thought, all right. It's about time. I said, with these robotic arms. Okay, more than meets the eye. I know that's right, Rue. Come on now. Michelle looked good too. Oh, I know, Adam Roll. You had answered almost something that I hadn't gotten to the point yet. And that's why I was like, give me a second. I'm getting there. I did not see it that way. I promise you. It was me reading it while I was talking, and it was you giving another point. And I was like, hold on. We haven't hit it just yet. That's why I was like, wait, I'm going to get to it. I promise you. We almost there. You know me. I'm a little long-winded. But yes, I definitely didn't take it that way. Promise it. We got to do it that way. But yeah, I like Michelle's hair. It was good. I love the face. I thought it was great. She's always dressed for open heart surgery. Law Roach, you are a treasure. The people who I knew wouldn't get you this week, who are trying to make you seem very weird, are the weird ones. They were like They were like, Law was for 5 minutes flirting with that man. Y'all are fucking ridiculous. You are ridiculous. You are on another planet of whatever the fuck is up with you. You're weird. You are way too invested in stuff. You're way too in there. Okay? Talking about that man was harassing Anya's father. Girl, what? Y'all are weird. The man started making a joke out of it. Please. And he wanted the joke to keep going, and it was funny. Bitch, I was like, y'all are going to ruin everything. You're going to ruin everything. Just ruin everything. Harassed, girl. Please, please. Let's not. Let's not. Let's not at all. He went into the father looks good. I mean, I know you're trying something new, but would you try something else new? 646, and that was it. Like, please, please. Then there was a conversation that happened afterwards, but they do that literally all the time when they're like, let's talk about it, just ourselves. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Y'all ruin everything. You did fine, Law. They have you on a good rotation schedule. I prefer your fashion commentary over any of the other individuals, you know, the new face, sometimes glittery jacket wearer, or what looks like a Coach leather bag that has been repurposed 3 times. I appreciate you there. Wish you were there as the main judge, to be honest with you. The other 2 girls can go. Low key, keep to its Madison Law Roach. Boop. But yeah, I'll be quiet. He know the references. So, boop. June, hello. Hey, hi. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Drag Race, hi. Hello. Come here, come here. Every year you bring her back. Every year. Every year you bring June back. June, you make yourself available in July, August, September. I don't know what month they film. You need to be available forever. You need to. Bitch, you were funny. And I knew you from Grace and Frankie, but you've always been funny. Please don't go nowhere. I was getting my giggle. Every goddamn joke. Every joke. Every joke. Every joke. I was like, oh my God, Jude and Law had me in stitches. I was like, this is too much. I'm done. I can't do this no more today. Like, huh. No, she was on last season, I think. I forget. She's been on maybe another one too. I don't know if it's been more than one. I know it was another season she was on. But like, yeah, she needs to be someone that comes back often because I'm not able to. She is fucking funny. Yes. Oh, she gave me my coots. I love it. Okay, now this is where my negative energy may touch the table a little bit because I'm going to be honest about this family resemblance category. This is dumb. The family resemblance, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I'm sorry. No. It's subjective. It's subjective. I'm sorry. Like, there are mothers and there are fathers who are working with doing the paint. It's not a coincidence to me that the 2 dads ended up having their sons in the bottom. No shade. And that the women who birthed these people were in the top this week. Femininity. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, real tea. Like, for me this week, I was like, oh, it's very clear. No shade, not taking away from the fact that yes, Jules' look wasn't really that good, or Anya's in my personal opinion, but I'm thinking about like just in general from the stamp, give me a break. Give me a break. So like, no, let's not do family resemblance. Y'all need to think of something else for this kind of category. You're really going to have to. It can't be twins and it can't be family resemblance. What are you requiring? Because I saw Anya's dad get the same damn near eyebrow as Anya. And it's like, I don't see it. Are you for real? You mixed your blacks? What's going on? Anywho, let me get back to this. I was like, girl, please. Also, shout out to Plastique Tiara having a Smash Brothers reference. I was like, excuse me? She's like, we just need to have hammers and they'll be the ice climbers. I was like, you know what, Plastic? I forgot you were a nerd. Very much. But Lexi Love and Mimi Lovely are first. If you want to vote in the live chat right now, all you got to do is press the number 1 to say this is everything. Number 2, if it's okay, you change some things. 3 if it's not for me, if it's not for we or thee. No, it's a chop, see? I did it. But yeah, what you thinking? No one gets a chop. Well, not lie. But I liked this look, if I'm gonna be honest to you. I enjoyed it personally. I was like, this is cute. And she got her mama up in this lingerie and all this kind of stuff. And it was fine. It wasn't the greatest, but it was nice. But I liked it. And I liked the headpieces. The headpieces were the highlight for me personally. Also, shout out to their mama for getting up in this kind of yeesh and pumping through, literally padded with a booty and everything. Aaron, thank you so much for the super chat. RuPaul, the mother of all the solid gold dancers. Thank you so much for the super chat. Stupid. Very much though, very much. Nigel Phoenix, thank you for the super chat. I hate this family resemblance caveat. Just ask how they feel in drag. How was their experience? Something. I don't know. To me, it's more so like make them dress up like close to each other, and then after that, just go into how do you feel about the overall makeover versus like you needed to look alike. Just say, is the makeover giving? Because just say it. You didn't paint her face right. Just say that. Like, I don't know. I can't do it. A resourceful queen. Come on, Unique. Peep the dollar store decorations on Lexi's headpiece. We love a resourceful queen. Low key, that heart do look familiar up top. This one in particular over here. But hey, that's drag, right? I'm telling you. Mama's tail was given. Did I get a shot of the tail? Was I that person? I think they look cute. I did. Next up is Sam Star and Sassy Star. I do love a little acid wash jeans moment. And I do like gold with jeans. It's one of my favorite combinations. That blue going on with some gold. Oh, it's so pretty with some gold hair. Yes, I thought it was actually really nice. This is a one for me. Her mama could not stop smiling. Oh, that was so cute. Her mama could not stop smiling. She was like, oh, bitch, I am eating. Her mama was so hype. Oh my goodness gracious. I could not believe my stars. My son got me out here on the stage. Like, this is her at the luncheon special with all her friends and stuff. My son had me out there on RuPaul's Drag Race on that stage. It was so big. I just could not believe it. I really just could not believe it. And I had on this look, girls, look. She got on her phone. Look. See, look at my hips. I told you. See, Pam, you was trying me last week. Pam's a hater. That's what they say out there in Hollywood. She did that. Like, she did. Like, it was, I liked it. I was like, come on, Sam, this is cute. Got my son that got me out here looking all this, my titties all up and stuff like that. I know what's right. I'm telling you. See, this is what happens. You raise a gay baby, and look what they do to you. Get you on TV. That's why I tried to tell all them girls I was going to make my baby back in the day. They was talking about my son. Now look at them. Broke, dusted, busted, and turned. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm stupid. Mo to the A to the. Hey, Monica. Hey, y'all. Sorry I'm late. Oh, my God. I still have my country accent on. Excuse me. Let me take the mom out. Hey, y'all. I mean, I'm from Texas and my family's from Bama, so I can't help it. Hey, y'all. Sorry I'm late. This episode was fun. I enjoyed getting to know the families better, and Susie's outfits were couture. Law was blinded by Anya's dad's smile. Thank you, Monica. Appreciate you, baby. I'm so glad to see you here. Thank you, my love. Nimmy. Sorry, inside moment. I'm so glad to see you feeling better, Maddie. I almost had to fly to Texas and reprimand you. Oh my God, strep is no joke. Thank you, Nimmy. I appreciate you so much. Not reprimand me. Oh my gosh, y'all. That was such an inside moment. I can't. Oh my God. You got a point every time. I know I have to. I can't. Y'all are silly. Hit the like button, please. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to leave a comment. And if you do want to drop something in my jar, PayPal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App $sign, Matt924, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Appreciate you. Damn, appreciate you. But yeah, them on the screen has me wanting to speak like this. I'm so sorry, y'all. Just a little country biscuit. She patted her mom ass too. I said, Corey, the kingdom is coming. Da 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 da. Susie toot, Queenie toot, I'm coming for you. La la la, da 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 da. La la oh, yeah. Susie got a little shape going on here. Come on, Susie. Now your mama. I'm glad she had a good time. She said, we ain't doing no heel, baby. Ain't no wedge. Ain't no kitten. None of the sorts. I know her mama must have some feet issues, so I'm gonna let that roll. I'm gonna let it roll. But when I tell you that was me the whole time. I just couldn't stop staring at that flat. I could not stare at the flat. I just couldn't stop staring at the flat. It's white. It's not even black. It's white. Flat white. Why is it white? Oh, they said, don't go woke. You'll go broke. All right, in the shoe department. Whoa, Matthew. It is time. It is time. It is time. Yes. Yeah. 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 That shoe is Snow White. I mean, you know what? That's enough. Matthew, shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm telling you, make America great again, shoe. All right, we have to move on. I like Susie's look a lot, to be honest with you. I don't like the headpieces. I wish they did something different with the mug, to be very fair and honest with you, but I thought it was still kind of cool in a bit. I don't know. It's like I have different feelings about this to where I can't hate it, but I would have wished something different because I remember that red wig that Susie pulled down to show her mom. I was like, "Ooh, I wish she went in some sort of other direction outside of the cartoon character. I wish she did something that actually had a spritz of something in here. I don't know. Maybe this was the easier route to go. But yeah. Da, 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 da. Jewels Sparkles and Salchicha Sparkles. Let's see how my Spanish is doing. Okay, which is Sausage Sparkles. Sausage Sparkles. I'm sorry. I don't like the outfits. I'm going to be honest, but they're fucking adorable. They're great. They're great. Everything about them is great. The way they did this was great. I just don't like the outfits, but I enjoyed the energy. Presentation was wonderful. Them themselves and the outfits standing still, no. But like, yes, it was wonderful. I thought there was going to be a reveal too. RuPaul, what kind of sausage do you like? RuPaul saying Teresa. Oh, I said Drag Race UK. Oh, goodness gracious. I said, Teresa, she do like you. Look at that. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, I just realized they did different color muffs on the bottom of. Okay. Why did she make her daddy look like Josephine in Ballroom? Slightly. With a better beat? Let me not say that. I know their father would probably hit a dip better. Mm. On Your Nerve and None Your Business. Still a great name, but I would have preferred the other one. I would have. I would. I don't like these outfits. I don't like this wig. I'm covered in meatballs. Can't finish that. Yeah. No. Mm-mm. And you know I love my but no. Mm-mm. No. No. It's not for me. It's not my it's not my favorite thing. No. I'm gonna have to I have to chop it. I'm sorry. I like how they painted the dad's mug to an extent. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't care for what was going here. I did prefer what's happening, but up here it was not for me. I want a different color hair. That lime is wild. And you know, I applaud Anya's father for the walking because I know it's hard in heels. I hated them for giving that man a shot and showing him walking in those heels. I was like, I know the base of your toes is on fire. Let that mother burn. My God, the balls of your feet. Are they still there? But thank you for trying. So I was here for it. She said, cartoon anime. I said, for what program? Because you know they're trying to get rid of PBS now. So what could it be? Because Cartoon Network not keeping nothing past the season. So what, who, where? Crunchyroll? Well, you got the Crunchy right. All right, moving forward. Settle down, everyone. Stop screaming. There's too much happening. This was the best idea ever. This was the best idea ever. Best idea ever. Best idea ever. Best idea ever. These family star shots. Are you joking me? You're joking me. Are you joking me? Like, baby. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about with star shots, that you can get them all and they can like pick the different backgrounds with the different colors and stuff. And if you did like double photos, that one person's always like sitting down and the other person's like standing like back up or whatever, like it's that. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like, bitch. And then you could, baby, shout out to everyone that ever did that. Shout out to everyone that ever did that. Baby, they used to do it at the Greenspoint Mall. Boop. Over here in Houston, let me tell you something. Oh my goodness. But Lexi and her mom with the chihuahua was too fucking funny. I did like the other shot. I think these glamour shots were fire. I thought this was actually the best shot, if I'm going to be honest with you, of the night, if we're really going to go there. I think Lexi did the best picture. They may not have the best look, but Lexi, I think you won the photo shoot. If this was top model, this would have been the moment that Tyra would have handed y'all's picture first. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Y'all ate y'all's photo up. I was like, oh, oh my goodness. Oh no, they have glamour shots too. We had glamour shots too. I just referred. The one place we went to was called the Star Shot, which you can get glamour shots there, but like it was specifically, we called it Star Shots because it was actually, it said star on the front of it. And it was all in neon and you'd walk up and go get your pictures done. It was a thing out here. But again, I was born in the 80s, but it was in the 90s when we did that. In the early 2000s, like 2000, 2001, we stopped doing it after a while. Like, yeah, but I was here for it. That was cute. Um, when Lexi's mom was like, "I'm so proud of her," and just Lexi just, I was like, "Yeah, you're having a good day, girl. I know that's right." Sam's and their mother's shot was actually spot on, out of drag. I'm not even gonna lie. This gave it's sitting in the living room somewhere or the media room, baby. The family den. There we go. It's giving in the family den. If they have a 2-story, it's the game room upstairs. Okay. This on the wall. Ho. Do you understand me? They're both looking the same direction. I am weak with the horse. Look at that horse. Look at that horse. Look at that horse. I'll be your shotgun rider till the day I die. Smoke out the window flying down the 405. I'll be your backseat, baby, driving you crazy anytime you like. Whoa. Oh my goodness. I can't. I can't. I'm done. I'm sorry. This was everything. This was everything. This is my kind of shit, baby. I'm telling you. Woo. Um why am I speechless for this one? Oh my goodness. Listen, I'm here with Droopy. Oh bother. Oh bother. Oh, I can hear it. I'm telling you. It's just such a different contrast from to this one where it's like like okay. Yeah. Uh, what does this mean? What does this what what does this mean? I'm sorry. It's the jewel and then it's the sausage? Like eggs, bacon, grits, sausage. Like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Eggs, jewels, bacon, sausage. I can't. I can't. I don't understand. Now this was it. This also was a great shot here. You can hear this picture. Okay. For those of you who have seen the movie Superstar, do you remember when there was the fantasy scene between Molly Shannon and that one girl whose name I would never remember because she was in the movie with her, but she would never be seen again in any sort of like screen or television that I would try to look out for? But they had that whole montage of them being like supermodels and then talking and doing that full bit. Yeah, that's that. Mix that in with Romy and Michelle's high school reunion, add a splash of anything to do with folks who are Latino, and it would be something like this. Because I named 2 white movies and I needed to add yeah, there you go. So yeah. 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 Supermodel documentary hour. Aaron. Now you know my voice is back if I can get the high pitches back up in here. I'm telling you. This is giving me, he wanna roll me, told me. I wanna roll out, you wanna roll it, roll. Girl, someone get Jocelyn Hernandez in this room right now. Please and thank you. Come on, Tita baby. Come on. Oh, she do give Tita baby right there in that little picture. There go little Tita. Yeah. I see little Tita baby. Come on. Bitch. The Rottweiler. The Rot honey black. Black. Done. Done. Black. Do you understand me? Oh my God. The moment that picture hit, I said black. That just said it so like you're joking. The Rottweiler, the dad's position, the way that fucking Anya is done. This is an actual photo. Like, no, for real though. This is in the house too. Do you understand me? Woo! I'm crying laughing. Like, black. Black, blackity black. This is everything. I fucking love it. I have been in homes with this on the wall. Do you understand me? Like, please. This is in someone's house right now. On the fire where the fireplace is. Okay. Please. Please. Hey Barbara, this is Shirley. You know, I liked Holiday Heart. It was a good movie. All right, so we're gonna move on. Again, I enjoyed the guest judges banter and Law being silly and flirting with the dad and all that kind of stuff. And he was just doing the most. I personally thought it was hilarious. I thought June was motherfucking funny. That lady was doing it too for me. I was having the time of my life. I was. I really, really was. I said, this episode is just doing it and doing it. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Sam Star deserved that win, even though the whole like family resemblance bit, I was like, girl, that's stupid. Just say who is giving the most polished and clean look and who did the makeover the best. Bam, Sam. Okay, bad. Right? When they told that lady she won some money, oh shit, the mama won money. I thought RuPaul was about to say, and everybody else gets like $1,000 like they've done before. And everyone else gets some Anastasia Beverly Hills Cosmetics. This one right here thinking, well, I'm just going to give that to my son. And this one, ain't that about a bitch? This one, I'm just going to give it to my son. But this one, this motherfucker gave what? Andre. Like, what? Girl, what is the cash value of this? You what? Gave me a little. I receive. Bottom two is Jewel Sparkles, and for the first time ever, Anya Nerve. Jules with 1 win, a few times in the bottom. Anya Nerve with 4 wins. Again, first time in the bottom. You couldn't tell me shit. You couldn't spit a word to me. One thing by A. Marie. I have told them about this song. I have literally, this has been on my list. I already told you this was one of my songs I was going to do at Precinct. If I didn't get America Has a Problem down, this was going to be it. Honey, I would have ate this up. To anybody saying you cannot boom cat to this song, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I will say you don't boom cat all the way through it. You boom cat at the designated locations to boom cat. And it's not a boom cat, it's a rock, boom, bam, boom, hot, no, roll, doom, down, boom. If you've seen the music video, you know what I'm talking about. Girl, I'd have wore these 2 heifers low. And I mean that with my chest. I would have beaten the fuck out. Someone would have went home today. Regardless if your mama, your daddy, or no, I have burned it. Now that I'm done saying all that shit, let's talk about the actual performance. Because again, I was like, oh, you gave one of the songs that I grew up with that I called 106 in Park to vote for the music video. The one that was controversial because Beyonce Crazy in Love had the same horn production beat, and the girls were trying to say she was biting, but the girls had to come up with the timeline and had to put it all together because the Beyonce solo debut, and they were trying to make Avery the one. Oh, please, you do not know the world. You do not know the lore. You do not know the lore of A. Marie and Beyonce back in the day. You don't know the lore. You don't know none of it. As a matter of fact, I've been so ready for this motherfucking song. Put Talking About on there. Put Touch on there. Don't be afraid to touch. No, you think I'm a good girl. Please, I'd have chewed. I got the whole discography. You're not ready. A. Marie, do you know how many more songs they got that they could talking about alone? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. What? They didn't even do the one thing with Eve. Hello. There's another version of the song. Yeah. I'd have been ready. I wouldn't have even wanted to listen to the song before we started, y'all. I wouldn't have needed it. I've been sitting backstage like, let me stretch. Oh, I'm about to turn this out. Ooh, it's a good song. It's a great song. Jules was beating Anya at one point, and then Anya came up. And that's the truth. They both delivered different versions of what needed to be done in different instances. It is Jules' umpteenth time there. However, Jules was beating her in the beginning. Anya was fine, but she wasn't doing what I needed her at the moment to do to pull my attention. And when we had a reveal, I said, okay. But the reveal was to me into Aaliyah's try again. I said, she got her blacks mixed. I said, this isn't the artist, because this is that lay down bust. And then you got this little jewel bra on. I said, if you don't want to go it all out, I said, this ain't the song. Don't know about the first day, what about the next day? That's Aaliyah, girl. That's not A. Marie. She got her blacks mixed. She wrote. I said, "Oh no," and that made me a little. I was like, that was my first no. I was like, chop right there. I know she wanted to take off the outfit. However, I'm getting. What about the first day? What about the next day? I saw a flat chest and a cockeyed. I said, Aaliyah up in here. This ain't her. This ain't A. Marie. Now, she did too many splits too. That's where Jules was losing that momentum. That first split was nasty with the stunt. You did not have to go for that rollout again. Now, Anya is still working her, I'm going to do this. Okay, that's fine. She did a little rap. I said, okay, it was building up. But when it really took over for her is when she fucking Charlie Brown kicked that wig in the air. That changed the whole thing. When the entire audience is now not even looking at the performance anymore and is watching a wig in mid-air. You're joking. Look at how Rue, Law, and June are like, change the entire trajectory of that fucking lip sync. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. It was Rue's face is so funny in this part. I was hollering. Shoujo magic. When I tell you I would have been airborne on that stage. I'm not even joking. I'm telling you, like, this was a thought. We were fighting up in here. I'm not about to go home in front of my mom and my daddy. You got me fucked up. Please. June is still looking at the wig. Everyone else is back on stage. June is still back here. Like, this wig is gone. Girl. It literally went behind La and June. It was a field goal. 2 points. 2 points. Changed the entire bit. Anya turned on the burner, and it was very much that kind of performance. La, and you can see it, watch it all back again. La was focused on Jules in the beginning. Once that happened, La went over here and said, okay, I see what you're doing. And it added into what they both were doing. Different shows. They both were doing different shows. I want her to learn how to bunny hop so bad because I hated that little hopping she was doing. I was like, Miss Thing. But when Anya said, when that, bitch, wow, that's not her hopping on the floor and her shooting at the air was both wrong. I would have ate you both alive. But I was still happy because it was an enjoyable show. But my favorite thing that Anya did was at that bam, like for those of you who know the song, la 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 bum bum, la 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 bum, whoa whoa, la 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 bum bum bum, la 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 bum bam. When she do that kick every time that happened, I loved it when Anya did that. I said, oh yeah, that little and she'd be like, I was like, yes, girl, because you give a little something there, a little I said, come on, no. You got Ru clapping in the middle of the performance. They were going to be fine. And they both knew the words. That's where my pleases punch came from this. They both knew the words. Nobody was out there mama. They both knew the words. They both were prepared for the song. That's why this was a double Shantae. And it was already one of them days. They sent people home when their parents have been there or their loved ones and siblings. They've done that before. Just trust. They have sent people home with their loved ones available, okay? They were entertained. And I think Ru was like, finally, a good fucking lip sync this season. Because both were doing 2 different shows and it was still working together and it still worked. Even when they had their moments when they were like right on top of each other, they were working. Wow. Ask Char T. Oh, see now, Sasha, you have to be responsible for this one. Literally. Oh yeah, Dame Orgasm, but you so right. Remember when Alyssa and her sister got eliminated on the anniversary of their mother's death? Sure do. And that was heavy. That was heavy. So trust, they've sent people home. And they've already had episodes where this has gone on as long as it can go, which is why when Ru said next week possibly more than one person can be going home. Yeah, so but I was here for Ru in the middle of, making the decision, and y'all saw Lexi. Like, please say both of their names. Please say Shantae, they both say. Like, it was like Lexi literally, the power of Christ compels you. Like, she said, oh. Shantae, you both say that run, Susie in midair, to be actually, if y'all didn't know this, both Susie was already in the air, but Lexi and Sam both jumped also up at the same time. Like they all like jumped when that happened because it was a lot. Like literally, Jules fell to the ground. Anya runs over there, picking each other up, just swinging around. Like everyone is so fucking happy. But this right here, the dads coming in the way they did. Our sons don't have to go home today. I got so emotional seeing both Jules and Anya's dads just like, Oh, we didn't have to see that. Like, we didn't have to watch our child lose their dream in front of us. I said, oh my God, Lord have mercy, Jesus. This was a lot to take in. Everybody was fucking happy. It just felt right. It was a damn good lip sync. It was a really good episode. It was a very feel-good way. It just was, this was one of the most feel-good episodes I have seen of Drag Race. And I don't like the makeover episodes. I hate them. This may be my favorite. Maybe one of my favorites. It might just be my favorite. It might just be my favorite. Ooh-wee, honey. Might just be. Hold on, y'all. Let me get a little water over here. Let me get a little spritz in my throat so we can wrap this episode up today. Give me just a second. Just a sec. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nama, nama, na. Oh, 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 baby. What tore that. Oh, I would have tore that song. Mm. Mm. Lama, 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 bump. Lama, 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 bump. Lama, 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 bump. I can't. I cannot. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have 5 people left in the competition. Next week is going to be an interesting episode. Like I said before, RuPaul sort of made it seem like maybe more than one person can go home. Could be a top 4, could be a top 3, could be a top 5. Who knows? Who knows? There are rumors of a Lollaparu. Felicia. Okay, because you know I know the words. I was like, oh please, I'm ready. Oh, please, I'm ready. Please. 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 I'm begging you. Give me the song. But yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen. I wonder what's gonna happen. Checking IMDM, the Lollaparuza is happening. Ooh. I'm hoping we get a redemption for some people who I felt weren't giving at all for lip syncs. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm hoping. I did see the rumor for the finale song. That wasn't. I couldn't be helped but be spoiled because I followed the page that posted it. So I was like, well, fuck. Depends on who's in the finale as far as how I feel about that song and seeing how it being performed. Because could I wear that song out? Yes. Could others do it? Yeah. Are the people who I think that would be available to do it can? I will see. We shall see. Either way, we'll find out. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here today and listening to this long-winded conversation about RuPaul's Drag Race season 17 episode 13. We got a bit emotional here, told some stories today and gave a little piece of me to share with you, and as to give context as to why this episode really did make me feel very good. And I was just emotional watching these babies getting to share their family members with us, their stories. And we got so much enlightenment about people on the show. Lexi and Susie today in particular. I mean, Anya and Jules too. And Anya, Jules, and Sam as well. But like really on Susie's level, I needed that. Honestly, and for Lexi, it was that full epiphany. I'm like, oh my God. Yes, we needed to know these things. And now I get you even more. I can have some grace. I can see where you come from. And I love that. I love perspective in that kind of way. And I love it when TV shows really do tell the story very well. So I do think this is the episode in particular where they need to put this up for Emmy nomination. I know they like to do premieres a lot, like, oh, the gag, the scandal, and I know even the drama episodes were really good too this season, but this one, man, I mean, it just felt good to watch. It really did. I was pleased. I have never liked a makeover episode as much as I've liked this one. How to say it. So, do me a big favor. In the comment section, talk about this episode, highs and lows, the yeses and nos, and what you hope to see come true. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button before you walk out the door. And if you did want to drop a little love in my jar, a little love in my oven, PayPal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App $Matt924 or Matty-Rants, and Venmo Matty-Rants. That's it for me today. I can't believe I did this video within 2 hours. I mean, there's nobody there. But like, still. Still. Oh, man. Oh, I cannot. I did this in less than 2 hours. I'm really trying to end this in less than 2 hours, I promise. But again, if you want to find me on all my social media spaces and places, it is in the About section with the Linktree link. Take you where you need to go. Also, Bookable on Cameo, merch available at dragqueenmerch.com, and a affiliate partner with Paramount Plus. Get that free week on me. Go ahead and click that link. Also, I do reactions on Patreon. So if you want to see my reaction to this episode, it's available now for as low as $1 a month. I encourage you to subscribe on my Patreon via the web on Safari or Chrome, not through the iOS app department, because they're doing something a little crazy over there in the store. I don't recommend it. They're trying to take my money. But like, seriously though, God bless you all. Thank you so much for your super chats today too. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the tippy poos as well. Oh, so much love today. I am so glad to feel so much better. I got approved for my passport. It's literally on the way as we speak. I am encouraged now to get a better camera so I can film my adventures traveling and have another section of my YouTube channel of commentary, of trying new things and exploring new places. And I'm just so flipping happy about that, as well as where this channel is going and having you as my online family. I am more blessed than anybody that I know. So I thank you so very much for being here today and choosing me tonight. Have yourself a wonderful day. And yes, the hospital is not charging me. I got a letter saying that they are not charging me for my stay. So, bitch, your boy over here is ready to celebrate. I literally will be ordering me a pizza tonight, and I will be finding the best movie ever and just having a good time tonight. But I will see you tomorrow for the panel. The panel is back, and we're covering last week's episode and this week's episode. So yes, we missed last week. The panel already knows. I've already sent it to everybody. We're covering last week and this week's episode. Bow. So yes, we're going to have a fun, good 2-hour show tomorrow with the panel. Tune in. Don't be square. What? Do all of that. So again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're going to have so much fun tomorrow. But yes, I will see you for the next one. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Listen. Yeah.